Hi everyone, and welcome back to Queen G's Recipes, and today we are going to be making a white chocolate pumpkin bundt cake. Now it's perfect for all the holidays coming up and perfect for any time you are craving a delicious pumpkin cake. You are going to love this one. Now the ingredients we'll be needing here today are some vegetable oil. In here we have some all-purpose flour, some salt, some pumpkin pie spice, some cinnamon, and some baking soda. Now for the pumpkin pie spice, I will leave the link in the description box of the recipe that I have on my channel if you want to prepare some for yourself, because it can be used in so many different ways and in so many recipes. So I will leave that for you there. And we will also need some eggs, vanilla extract, some white chocolate chips. Here we have just some regular sugar, some brown sugar, and some pumpkin puree. You just want to make sure that you're using pumpkin puree and not pumpkin pie filling. You also want to have your oven preheating to 350 degrees Fahrenheit, and you also want to have a bundt cake pan that has been greased with some non-stick spray or some softened butter, and that's about it. So let's move on to making our cake. Okay, so into our mixing bowl, we are going to add in our vegetable oil. Now you want to use vegetable oil or any flavorless oil of your choice. You also want to add in both of your sugars. And we're going to give this a good mix. Okay, so this looks good. You just want to mix it for about 2 minutes or so on medium speed. And now we will add in our eggs, and we will also add in our vanilla extract. And now it's time to give this another good mix. Okay, so after adding in my eggs and vanilla, I mixed for another 2 minutes, and now we are ready to add in our pumpkin puree. Okay, so after adding in my pumpkin puree, I mixed for another minute, and you want to make sure that you're scraping the bottom and sides of your bowl as many times as you feel necessary. And now I'm just giving my dry ingredients a little mix here with my fork, just to give them a little heads up. And then we will add that in and give it another mix just until our flour and our dry ingredients are incorporated into our mixture here. At this time, you don't want to overmix. Okay, so this looks great, and now we are definitely ready to add in our white chocolate chips. Now you just want to fold them in with a spatula. Okay, so what I have here is a 12-cup bundt cake pan. So you want to make sure that you're using at least a 12-cup size because the amount of batter we have here will be for that size of pan. So very important that you do that. And that's about it. So make sure it is well greased with some non-stick spray or some softened butter, and have your oven preheated, and we will place our batter into our bundt cake pan, and we will be ready to bake it at 350 degrees Fahrenheit. Okay, so my cake baked for exactly 1 hour and 10 minutes. Now every oven is different, so just make sure that you use the toothpick method to make sure that your cake is completely baked. And so that's that. I've allowed it to cool here at room temperature, probably for about a little over an hour. And after it baked, I left it in the pan for about 10 minutes, and then I very carefully with a butter knife went around the edges, making sure everything was loose from the pan, and then I inverted it onto a platter. And now we are ready to make our cream cheese, kind of like a frosting. Very delicious and very, very easy to put together, only requires a few ingredients. So what we're going to need here is some softened butter at room temperature, some softened cream cheese at room temperature, some icing sugar, some milk, and a little bit of vanilla extract. And that's about it. So let's move on to making our little frosting here, and then I will show you the next step. Okay, so into a nice clean bowl here, we are going to add in our softened cream cheese and butter. Okay, very important that it's soft at room temperature. And we are going to add in our milk and some vanilla extract, just a little bit of that. And we are going to give this a quick mix, and then we will gradually add in our icing sugar. Okay, so we have our frosting here. It's a very soft frosting, but it's just delicious and perfect. And what I did was I gradually added in the icing sugar. Once I have completely added in the icing sugar, I just mixed it probably for another 30 seconds or so, just until everything is nice and smooth. So before adding the icing sugar, just make sure that your cream cheese and your butter and all of the first ingredients we added are nice and soft and creamy and smooth before adding in your icing sugar. And that's about it. So now we are ready to frost our cake. Okay, so you can frost it with as much or as little frosting as you like. So we are going to cut a slice. It is very moist, full of flavor, and it is just wonderful. It is so perfect, and you are going to love this. And that's about it. Very easy to put together, and I really hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you enjoyed the video, don't forget to give us a nice big thumbs up. Don't forget to subscribe if you haven't already, and hit the notification bell so you will be notified every time I upload a new and delicious recipe. Share the recipe with your family and friends, and don't forget to follow us on Facebook and Instagram. The links will be in the description box below along with the recipe. And I'll see you in my next video. Take care. Bye everyone.